to Bellas Fashionistas Home Edition. I am your host, Larissa Bello. It is a pleasure to have you join us on this beautiful afternoon. We trust that you and your loved ones are well and staying safe. Joining us today for another episode of Bellas FireSide Chat is award-winning entrepreneur, Latina in Tech advocate, and founder of XR Americas, BCPartners, four-dimensional Quotient, and founding member of Dreamers and Doers. BCPartners is a firm focused on direct investment operations involving Hispanic talent with a particular interest in technology, innovation, and sustainable digital transformation. Please join me in welcoming Latina trailblazer and Colombiana Rosario Casas. Rosario, thank you so much for joining us today.
No, thank you for inviting me. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
Tell us more about yourself and what it is that you do.
I started my professional life dreaming to be the president of my country. I'm Colombian. And down the road, I realized the power of private sector, the power of creating jobs, not just promising it. And from there, I started my first company, BCPartners. It was a consulting company at that time, helping foreign direct investment to land into Colombia. And from there, I realized also the power of financial technologies, frontier technologies, to scale solutions. And that's how I also jumped into the creation or co-foundation of VR Americas, now XR Americas, a company working also with immersive technologies. And in the last months, well, of course, taking advantage of the experience of BCPartners to also help digital small companies in their digital transformation process.
What exactly is BCPartners?
Basically, we are helping companies to understand how they should use technology for leadership. I mean, collaboration between team members, decision making, product design, product prototyping, and product distribution, selling, how they can grow using the digital tools. Not everything is for everybody. Not every company needs the same solution. Then what we are doing is helping the companies to find what is better for them, what is better for the founder who is leading this small business. I mean, we are working hand in hand with them to support the transition. And at the end, we are helping them to be stronger with the digital tools that are in the market.
How you work closely with these companies and what are those tools exactly?
I will give you two different examples. One of those is a magazine, a regular magazine that was created by an amazing woman, and she was selling in the stores, in the libraries. But now with COVID-19, it is not anymore possible for her to scale the business that way. What we will be doing with her was creating a digital version of of her magazine and creating all the platform for the magazine to be distributed also via digital. And now her business is running in both places. Then she can keep selling the digital magazine plus the real life magazine. Another example is a company. This is food company, and what we are doing is advising them and the founders on how to use digital tools like email in a better way, how to be more productive using the simple tools, but how to use them well, not to be like plenty of emails that the team can't read because they don't have the time, but how to automate some of the processes to receive the orders, to track the possible clients, and how to sell better using digital tools.
Tell us more how BCPartners has been able to provide these particular services and help small businesses pivot throughout this time.
When all this crisis started, or before the crisis started, we were working with all sizes of companies, and especially bigger companies. But when the crisis started, my husband and I, who is my business partner now, we were thinking if small businesses are failing, the economy will fail because they are a very big proportion of the economy. Then big companies have some money and some strategies and things to thrive, while small business owners need to adapt without the money, without the time, without the resources. They need to pivot quicker. Then how we can use our knowledge of technology, our knowledge of digital tools to help them during this pivoting time. And that's why in many cases is oriented to the person, to the leader, in terms of giving him or her the tools to pivot and be strong while we are helping them to do that. And that's why we started also to create some free tools that we are sharing with the market and with the user, not just paid services.
Tell us one of the experiences that you had when you were trying to also pivot during the crisis.
Well, the crisis found me in Colombia. Then one of the main things was also keeping VR Americas, now XR Americas, running in New York while we are here. Then it was also a personal challenge, is but that was when I realized that if I have the tools and if I know how to use in a very productive way the digital tools, I know how to set up a conference call, I know how to work a document together with digital tools, but that's very important right now. And many of the small business owners just they were always doing the businesses in person. They were meeting with the clients. They were going to the places, and that's not the regular way to do it anymore. Then the personal reflection, what was like the big point of how we can help the ones who are not able to do this in this way, how we can use our knowledge, our experience, our our time, because now not without commuting, we have more time to do things.
How were you able to identify these small businesses?
There are two ways. One is, of course, people looking for us because they know our services. Those are the ones who are willing to pay. I mean, they can't pay and then are looking for us. But the others, what we were doing is we started to create some content with a specific objectives, how to do meetings, how to use more productive tools or tools for productivity, and we started creating guides and content, and that's the way people was starting to search for us. And of course my social network, how we are sharing content. My husband just launched a book about digital protocol, how to behave when you are in virtual, and how to protect your data, how to cybersecurity hints and tips. And with those type of contents, we were starting to find people who was approaching us and telling us that, well, how I can solve this, how I can move forward. And that's how we were even giving the people spaces like this where they can then search for us in the social networks and ask for more things. That's the way we are, is like organic growth.
And that is a good example of the incredible service that you've been providing.
And the importance of people like you making us visible to be able to help more people.
Oh, thank you.
No, thank you.
We will take a quick break, and when we return, Ms. Casas will provide the programs and resources currently provided to small businesses and how they're able to help them pivot throughout the crisis. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Ms. Casas, what are the technological services BC Partners has been creating to help small businesses pivot post-COVID?
The first thing that we are doing is helping the business owners to understand what they know and what they don't know about technology. Because in many cases, thinking that they know already or not being able to say, hey, I don't know anything about this. Those are the things stopping or making the biggest mistakes inside of the companies. People who is acquiring software that they don't need, or acquiring tools that they don't need, or even acquiring tools that they don't know how to manage or how to handle, how to use. Then the first point is assessing the companies, the business owners, to understand where they are, what's their digital knowledge, and helping them to start using the tools for the level of them. I mean, the owner and the team, the leading team. That's the first thing. Not everybody needs to start having a super big data tool and digital sales. And maybe in some cases, what the person needs to do is start understanding the data of their clients to sell more, the databases of their clients, and analyzing that information and being able to contact them through an automated way of email, and growing from them. Then from there, then that's the first thing, helping the companies and the business owners to understand where they are. The second thing we are doing with them is helping them to implement some of those steps. But for all the companies, that's a lot. I mean, if we are selling the same thing for everybody in a super tailor-made way, is complex. I mean, takes a lot of time. What we are doing is finding cases and tools that are useful for many people in the same level of knowledge, and not per vertical, because in many cases you can use the same tools for food, or for clothes, or for different elements or products that you are selling. But how to start understanding those models. And what we are doing now, and I know I mentioned that before when we were talking in private, is we are launching a digital accelerator in order to select companies that have an amazing product, amazing founders, but who need real help to start growing. And that will be the way we will be scaling, with a specific services for specific companies, in a way that we are giving that with, I mean, of course, with the sponsors that are paying for us for that, but not with the payment from the clients, from the small business. And that will be concentrating the effort in the leadership, what needs to be work in that business owner in terms of leadership for the digital era. Second thing, product, how to polish and pivot the product in terms of what is needed and what is possible for this digital era. And finally, how they can scale up, how they can grow their business, they can reach more users and so forth. Then basically we will be concentrated on those three aspects, and our bet is that this will help small business owners to grow up.
What is the approach and the process to help these small businesses?
There are two or three big divisions that we are doing. The first one is the people building technology solutions, software, because of course with them we can scale and we can grow in a different way. This is people who already know how to use digital tools. Then this specific group of companies, we already have that design. And I also grew a company in software. Then I know how to do that. The second group of companies are companies that are selling services, not necessarily digital services, but like lawyers, accountants, people who is coach, people who is depending on the strengths of one person or a team of people who know exactly their skills. And that's basically another type of tools, is another toolbox that we are giving to them. But of course, we also know that business model is how BCPartners grew up in the past. And the final group of people are the ones with product, physical product, that they need to deliver to their client. They need to produce or buy and resell or deliver to the client. And as we know that we don't know everything, important thing is not to know everything, but to know what you don't know. Basically, what is very important is that we know what we really don't know. And that's why we can't know and have all the skills about every type of business. And coming from having a background of consulting, I really know that knowing a business to be able to advise the specific business is very important. And that's why we are inviting amazing mentors and people with a lot of experience to be mentors in the incubator that we are launching in September. We were planning to launch in January 2021, but of course, COVID-19 accelerated the need and we need to be ready. We are working more to be ready quickly and basically the mentors that we will have for every specific type of business are like handpicked for each company that will be accepted to the incubator.
What other industries, aside from those that you mentioned, is it that you also service?
In the past, with consulting and digital adoption, we were serving a lot of different companies from hospitality, oil and gas, ports, industrial services. But right now, as mentioned, we are selecting more the small business owners, helping them. Then those are mostly able to fit in these three categories that I told you. Specific products that they need to deliver. The biggest difficulties there right now is the vendors that they have, if they can keep producing what they were producing for them, and at the end, the output being able to deliver to the clients. Also services, how you can restructure your business model in order to be able to serve your clients in a digital way when it is not yet possible in person, or in person with all the care that it needs to be taken during this COVID-19 situation.
Can you tell us more about the incubator?
We are opening the initial registration for the people who is interested, companies that are interested, in our website, bcpartners.com.co. And from there, the ones selected at that first filter will have a call, a meeting with all of the others in order to make a first, as they are applying, we want to give them something. Then we will give a first approach to what is possible to use if you are a small business in that stage. And from there, we will be selecting a small number of them. Unfortunately, we want to be able to select the majority of them, all the ones that are applying, but we will depend on the sponsors. That's where we are right now in those negotiations. And the ones that will be selected will have 8 weeks of work with a program concentrated in leadership, product, and growth. And those 8 weeks have a complete program working on those three components. We will be giving them the theory, let's call this that way. We will implement with them as a consulting process all the exercise of pivoting itself, prototyping, building all business model plan, adjusting the business model plan. We use the Lean Canvas startup model, and basically at the end we will do a demo day inviting bigger entrepreneurs and prospective investors. That's basically how we will work with them.
You mentioned that the incubator is 8 weeks and that you have sponsors to be able to sponsor this incubator. What should small businesses leave with? What is the key element for these businesses to learn?
What we want is that at the end of those 8 weeks, they will be able to understand how they can scale their products or their solutions in this new reality of digital context. How they should be producing, growing, and leading in this new reality. That's the main approach.
How does a company stay and maintain competitive during these times?
I really think that now adaptation, how you can adapt yourself, how you can learn new skills, how you are ready to change and move forward for what is needed in the new context. That will be the main skill, how able you are to adapt. I know I'm a little bit Darwinian, because it's not the stronger, but the one who adapts the quickest or the faster, who will survive. And that's part of what we will teach and mentor during those weeks. Basically, we want these small business owners to understand that reality is changing every day, and it will keep changing every day. Then what we want to give them is tools for resilience, for adaptation, for tools on how to start learning quicker and better. I am obsessive with that, because in the last years I moved forward from being a person in the public sector to being a person in business and finance, and then learning how to code and how to build products. Then I know that it is possible, and I want more people to be able to do it.
Thank you for that, for being able to create this platform and this business and be able to provide these services, especially now.
Also, in some cases, because people think that they need to use everything to be productive. And in many cases, if you are not already prepared to use the email in a correct way, you can start receiving a lot of emails that will distract your attention. And how you can start using the email in a productive way that is not distracting you from the day to day, is letting you to work on the other things, but at the same time is giving you what you need from it. And social networks, how you are not losing the day scrolling through social networks, but how you are using it productively in order to accomplish a mission or a goal that you have for your business or for your community. And that's a big part of what we want to give in this exercise. And I should say, I want to thank all the mentors who already accepted. We will mention them when we are launching formally. But I already have a list of amazing mentors. Some of those were also my mentors. Then I'm really happy with what is happening around this initiative.
Why is it important for a business to have cybersecurity?
As we are seeing every day, hackers and cybersecurity attacks are happening every day. We saw last week's the Twitter attack. People is just trusting on what is seeing in the networks, is doing click in emails that they are receiving, and are exposing their information, their databases, the information of their clients, and even their money. Then big part of what is important there is, in a small company, it's easier to build strategies to protect the information than in big corporations, because of course big corporations have many more ways, even when they have bigger budget, they have more possible doors open for cybersecurity attacks. Then in the incubator, we will have a model on cybersecurity basics and principles, and we are building that in agreement with AICL, America's Institute for Cybersecurity Leadership. And basically, it's a big part of the digital skills that we need people to acquire. The understanding of the possible risks and how not to open everything that they are receiving. If they don't know the source of a content of an asset that they are receiving in the email, in the WhatsApp, they should not open it. If a website address is not like, it sounds like weird, don't open it, because those are the ways hackers are using to hack your information. Mm-hmm. And in a small business, it's also the information of the clients.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, also in a big corporation, but we want small business owners to understand the importance of it. Also because when you are buying from a small business, the owner will take care of the delivery. And that's when you are buying from a small business of lawyers, it is the lawyer with the most experience who will be also seeing your case. Mm-hmm. Then it's very good for companies to buy from small business, because they will take care of your business.
For more information, where can you be contacted?
My social networks, Rosario, Casas, everywhere. BCPartnersTech in every social network, and bcpartners.com.co, the website. And in the website, the link Brooklyn to Bogota is the incubator link. Then people who want to apply is more than invited to apply there.
Thank you, Rosario, for joining us today. Thank you so much for providing all this instrumental information on how BC Partners is assisting and helping small businesses pivot during these times of crisis.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you for joining us today. Be sure to follow us on social media at Bellas Fashionistas and our media partner at BronxNet TV. To watch more of our programming, please visit our websites at bellasfashionistas.com and our media partner at bronxnet.org. Please be safe. Have a great day.